and welcome back to Nonsense Farm. It is Sunday. I worked here all day yesterday. I was working on the garden, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. And the other thing I did was I put honey supers on the beehives. What a honey super is, super refers to the fact of above. So a honey super is the box that we put onto a beehive during the nectar flow for the purpose of the bees storing excess honey there that then we can harvest. So it is the nectar flow here in North Texas, and I just put on supers yesterday, so hopefully those bees are going to be filling it up with honey. But first we're going to check on the chickens and gather eggs. These are the young girls, and they are getting pretty big. They're, I would say, 80% of adult size now. These are Whiting's True Blue. They're going to lay blue eggs. Here's the larger of the two adult coops. Let's see, in here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 birds in here. This is 10 by 10. And let's see what kind of food situation we have here. And I'll top it off. They're doing great. And then this is the 8 by 8 coop. And how many do we have? Oh, darn it. Chicken got out. That's almost fun. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 in here. As you see, one got out. We'll catch her in a minute. Do you see this one? Well, anyway, I can see yellow yolk on her neck, which tells me that she is the one responsible for this. Do you see this broken egg right here? So I have an egg eater. In a lot of homesteads, that would earn you a one-way trip to the stew pot. You can see we have an egg eater in this coop too. Very frustrating. And we have a broody hen. Pushing her out of the way. Move it, move it. Birds can get mean when they're broody because they're trying to sit on their eggs trying to make babies. So I just gathered 46 eggs. That doesn't count the 2 that I saw broken. Yesterday I did a ton of work out here in the garden, and so I want to show you what all I did. First of all, I don't know if you remember my last video, but there were just weeds overgrown everywhere, and I got the weeds pretty much under control. I also went ahead and got some plant starts at Lowe's. I normally am not here for spending $5 a pot on plant starts when you can start seeds so easily at home, but I did have surgery this winter, and so I did not get to start as many seeds as normal. So here I got some cucumber starts. Here I planted some loofah seeds. Those will come up as it gets warmer. Here I got 4 different kinds of bell peppers / sweet peppers. There I got a squash plant. In this bed, these are tomato plants that I started. My goal this year is to learn how to prune tomato plants, and so that's going to be something I'm going to tackle next week. Here are celery plants. I bought those as starts a while back. They've been in the ground for a while. They're doing great. Here are 2 beds that I weeded yesterday. They're looking good. The problem with not marking beds where you plant stuff is that then you don't remember. Let's see. I think this one over here, I planted a bunch of corn. Yeah, I planted a bunch of corn here. So hopefully that'll do well. I planted corn in this bed and forgot I had done so, and then I put tomato plants. So there'll be tomatoes and corn. Yay! Here's also, I need to put up the trellis on here. You can see they're starting to get flowers for tomatoes. These are some squash. You can see this yellow squash is coming up. So that's fun. So yeah, made a lot of progress. I don't know if it'll translate as well on camera as it looks to me in real life, but this is just my favorite place. So yesterday I dedicated most of my time to the raised bed garden. The next big thing is this in-ground garden. Let me show you. So it's always live and learn here at Nonsense Farm, and I hope this will come through well on the camera, but this is a blackberry row, and can you see just massive weeds? Just anywhere there's exposed soil, there's just massive weeds. So I've got to get on top of those, and we will do that this week. But then again, live and learn. Part of that is learn. So the blackberries that I planted before my surgery, you can see here, I use landscape cloth. So you can see I'm not going to have nearly as big a problem with weeds here. Now, anytime there's a seam between two pieces of landscape cloth, then weeds are always going to peek up through, but at least they're not trying to choke out the blackberry plants. So the things I need to do over here is I need to put up the trellising like you see over here. I need to get the weeds totally under control here. And well, that's a thing for another year. I had hoped that I would be able to get a hold of enough wood chips to cover that whole area with wood chips so that weeds wouldn't take over, but I couldn't get that. I believe this is wheat, and I'm taking this video just so that I can show it to the person who planted the wheat here, that it is still ongoing. Here are our elderberry bushes, and I'm starting to see a little bit like this is the beginning of elderberries. Last year I only got a couple of bunches, and it made a bunch of elderberry syrup. So I'm looking forward to just tons of elderberries this year. I was thinking I might get more bushes, but I don't think I need them. I think this is gonna make plenty. Pick some lemon balm for when I get home. It's really good for stress relief. Be good to relax tonight. So I think I'm about ready to go, and I'm gonna stop by Lowe's on the way home because tomorrow I'm spending the entire day at my daughter's newly purchased house. I'm gonna work from there, and I have workmen coming in and out all day to get it ready for her to move in. And one of the things I want to do is plant some herbs for her in her backyard. She already has thyme, mint, and oregano growing back there, and asparagus, and she has a peach tree. So I'm going to plant a few more things as a surprise for her. If she watches this video, I'm going to put this at the very end, and we'll see if she watches all the way through. But anyway, I'm glad you did. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, Kathy Banks with Nonsense Farm.